Report just out a few days ago shows U.S. employers added only 80,000 people to their workforces last month, and that's about 20,000 less than expected. It made the third straight month that employment numbers did not meet expectations. So what should we make of all that? Financial experts Gene Marks and Elliot Miller are here to weigh in on what it all means. Hey guys, and Gene, you go first.
Joyce, hey, thanks. You know, look, we're going to be hearing some things from the government over the next couple of weeks and actually through the election, right? I mean, the president is going to want to stimulate the economy and get jobs going by spending more money and hopefully employing more people. His opponent, Romney, is going to be looking to scale things back and give a lower tax environment out there. And then there's the Fed is going to weigh in and say maybe they should be doing some tricks to stimulate the economy too. So all of these things are going to be done to try and get more jobs. What do you think, Elliot?
Yeah, and I think that there's two things lacking: confidence and customers. Really, if there was some sense of fiscal or tax policy coming out of Washington right now, I think that would be a big help.
But that's the problem. A lot of people are also thinking, guys, that hiring is actually being held back on purpose. Maybe people are nervous about what's going on in Washington, what's going to happen. A lot of people actually believe there are the jobs, but the companies are holding on to them.
See, I don't really believe that at all. Here's the deal, Joyce. I run a business with 10 people. I have lots of clients that run small businesses all in the Philadelphia area, and we hire people when there is work to be done. So there's no holding back of cash. I mean, if we can make profit off our employees, that's what we're going to do. So yeah. I think it really kind of lays in the fact that there's just less growth. I mean, do you agree, Elliot?
Yeah, I don't believe that jobs are being held back. A company would not sabotage themselves if they felt they had enough customers coming in. We've also had 27 straight months of positive hiring by private sector companies. Some have been better than others, and this is just part of a slow, steady recovery.
Okay, so I want to put you guys on the spot. Which way should we go? You touched on these two guys who want to be president with very different ideas. What would you do, Elliot?
Well, I think it's going to be a really rare election where we're going to see two very different opposing viewpoints of what people expect from government. As an example, 100,000 teachers have been laid off in the last 12 months. It's very clear that Obama would legislatively like to put money back into the school systems, and it's also very clear that Romney wouldn't at this point.
And Joyce, I got to tell you, we have a national debt of over $15 trillion and big deficits that are running up every year. I really get pretty terrified when I hear about the government spending more money, and I think a lot of business owners feel the same way. So I'd rather see the government get their books in order and try to have a lower fiscal tax base. I think that would give us a little bit more certainty as to what's going to go on.
That's what you would do, Gene.
Yep.
All right, so localize it for us here, because we live in this area right here. How are the jobs in our region faring? Are people working?
Yeah, a little bit better than they are around the rest of the country. I mean, again, the unemployment rate around the country is 8.2%. In Philadelphia, it's 7.2%. So it's a full percentage point lower. New Jersey, a little bit higher. Delaware, a little bit lower. The big reason for that is that in this area, the big industries are education and healthcare, which are a little bit recession-proof. What do you think, Elliot?
Yeah, I know. We've had some good news here lately, too, with the refineries, which we thought were going to be closing, which would have been terrible, but now Delta stepped up and a private equity firm stepped up, and those refineries are going to stay open. So we didn't fall as far when things were going bad, and we've recovered a little bit better than the economy nationally.
Okay, so real quick, what should folks around here be doing, especially those who are out of work from jobs that may not be coming back?
First of all, for entry-level people, I would say do something, anything. Get yourself make sure that people know you have a work ethic. Don't wait to find what you want to do. If you're a little bit farther along in the workforce, brush up your skills. The manufacturing, for instance, has really changed. You can find new things to do on the internet that will help you.
And Joyce, if I can just quickly say, outsource yourself, right? 3 good websites to try: elance.com, guru.com, and odesk.com. Those are 3 outsourcing websites. Go there and you'll see a lot of employers are looking for people on a part-time basis to do work. And don't be afraid if the work is outside of the Philadelphia area. There's a lot of remote connection tools where you can connect to do work from anywhere. So consider that to try and bring some money in.
Yeah, very good advice. Gene Marks, Elliot Miller, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Joyce.
Good advice. All right. So what do you think about this? Join the conversation on Twitter. Just send us your tweets. Just be sure to include the hashtag Fox 29.